Hello, hello, and welcome to the Fairy Coach Tarot channel. My name is Raquel. Thank you for being here. Today is Friday, and on Fridays we have pick a deck that looks at the messages for the weekend. You know, what is the guidance, advice, and messages that tarot gives us for our weekend. I do want to tell you though that if you're watching this video in the future, it's not a Friday, but this video made it to you. There is a reason. There may be a message you need to hear from Spirit. So here we are. So we are going to look at the main guidance for our weekend and then Saturday and Sunday. All right. What's advised for breaking it down for those 2 days. All right, so let's ground, center, and connect through the breath, and then pick a deck. All right, roll those shoulders back, move your neck from side to side, and let's take a deep breath together. Inhale through the nose. Hold that inhale in. And gently exhale, releasing all tension and elongating the exhale. All right, roll the shoulders back one more time and intuitively pick one deck or one fairy that calls you. We have the blue fairy, the pink fairy, or the yellow fairy today. Ready? All right, let's get started with the blue fairy. All right, and let's see what is the general message, advice, guidance for our weekend. All right. All right, first we begin always, as always, setting intention and letting the cards know what we want. We would like guidance for our weekend and then breaking it into guidance for Saturday and Sunday, respectively. And our prayer of protection in love and light for our greatest good. And so it is. All right, let's begin. Ooh, they're jumpy. Oopsie. Okay. I thought more wanted to come out at first because they jumped up. They were eager to talk. Oops, I forgot the other two. Sorry. We have the main guidance and now Saturday. Let's go with Saturday. Yes, here two came out. And now let's look at Sunday. Okay, here we go. Jumpy cards. Direct, not too many cards out, but jumpy for sure. All right, let's begin with the main guidance. All right, and who answers our question? It is the spirit of the Five of Wands, right? And the Five of Wands, it is the energy of a five, and then once that it is the fire energy, right? The element of fire. That's what the wands represent. Now the Five of Wands, you see a struggle, right? So, but we are looking at it. What's the advice of the five at this time? And the five is saying, is telling us there are some things that are worth fighting for, and that are worth your energy. All right. There are others that do not, but there are some that do. So, what's the reflection this card brings you? It is what is so important to you right now. Remember, fire energy, right? That fire element that's once. What is in your core, right, that you feel is extremely important to you right now? Okay. The answer will be different for anybody watching this video, but it is a reflection that the card wants from you. What is so important to you right now? And the other thing is, know that this thing that's so important for you right now is worth fighting for. And here is the other tenet, right? That it is the protection part. Anything that you don't feel in your core is important, it's not worth your energy. It's not worth fighting for. It's not worth your battles, right? So do not waste your energy arguing with people, um, having discussions, talking too much about things that are not important. Instead, pour your energy into what's worth fighting for at this time. All right, let's look at Saturday and what is the guidance for Saturday and who answers our call. The Six of Pentacles and the Lovers. What a beautiful card, the Lovers. All right, so what do these cards want us to know about Saturday? All right, so the Six of Pentacles. All right, it is energy of a six, and then pentacles that it is the earth element, right? We've been talking about what's important, right? What is worth fighting for. And Saturday says, all right, Saturday is a day that you're going to look at more doing things that are more balanced, right? So if there are several things that are important for you right now, it's not about fighting for them, but if there is more than one thing that is important for you right now, make sure on Saturday that you have a balance, right? That you dedicate a little bit of time, energy, and attention to each thing that is important right now. So let's say, for example, you know that you need to spend time with your partner or significant other. You need to do something with your children or with your friends. You want time for yourself because it's your day of rest, self-care, or there is a place or an event you want to go. So this card is just saying, make sure that you do not overgive to one aspect, but instead find a balanced approach to do everything and to spend time on everything that's important to you, right? And the Lovers is just supporting this Six of Pentacles by saying, for these things that are balanced, right? For these things, I'm sorry, that are important, that you need to find a balance, you need to choose from the heart. You need to choose, make your choices from that love energy. So again, it is about things that dedicating your energy and your time to things that are important, right? So the main guidance for the weekend is there is whatever is important for you, it's worth fighting for, it's worth your time, and anything else is not. But on Saturday, say, if there is more than one thing, find a balanced approach to doing everything and how to choose what to do, what to discard, where to spend your energy, because it has to come from what you love. You have to make that choice out of love, of things that you really, really care about. And what do we have for Sunday? On Sunday, the answer comes from the Queen of Wands. The Queen of Wands is, look at those beautiful eyes. One of my kitties has eyes like this. Anyway, let's go back on track. So on Sunday, we have the Queen of Wands. And the Queen of Wands is that feminine energy, right? That nurturing, loving, gentle, kind energy. Again, nothing to do with gender. Here we're talking about energy type, and we all have masculine and feminine energies, and this is more that feminine energy, the nurturing, loving, more gentle, right? And the Wands is again the fire element, the Wands. And what is this Queen's advice for Sunday? And it is, okay, you've identified this weekend what is important to fight for. You found time or moments where you could balance everything. You made the choices from love. Now the Queen says, now as Sunday closes this chapter of the weekend of this week, and you're preparing for your week, it is about to dedicate yourself to one thing. It is not to find balance into everything that's important right now, but it's as if you had that magic wand in your hands. Imagine you're a magician and you have a magic wand that is you're just manifesting, creating, doing the things that you want in your life. It says, okay, take that one and direct your energy towards one thing. So prioritize, focus on the thing that you want for your day and that you want to direct towards the week. So overall, it is really about putting your time, your energy, and your efforts into what's important, knowing that there are things that are worth fighting for, and then discarding what it's not. If there is more than one thing that's important, find balance in your time for everything right now, and that's include you, your health, your self-care, right? Make choices that come from the heart when making these choices of what to dedicate your time with. But as if we get to Sunday, it's about focusing on one thing that you are going to direct your energy on Sunday towards the week, towards what you want, towards what you want to manifest. It's either work, your relationship, but putting all your effort into one thing and nurturing that. All right, I hope you enjoyed your reading. Give a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and share this message as there may be somebody who needs to hear it right now. Again, reach out as well if you're interested in my different services and offerings, or visit my website or my Gumroad store front. You'll find more in the comments and also in the description on my bio. All right, let's move on to our pink fairy and see what is the guidance and advice from the pink fairy for us. And this is a very interesting deck, and you'll see it in a moment, but it's absolutely stunning. All right, I always say this is my favorite deck. This is stunning. It's because as an avid collector of tarot decks that I've been for many years, I have all the decks I love. And there are very few that I think, oh, this is not for me. But most I can find some artwork, some pictures or something that I find very interesting. Okay, let's set the intention and let the cards know what we want today. All right, we are looking for messages for our weekend. The main guidance, and then breaking it down into Saturday and Sunday. And we ask in love and light for our highest good. All right. Oh, it's a thick deck. Let's see. All right. Saturday and now Sunday. All right. So, all right, you'll see why this deck is so interesting. Okay, this is the main guidance. All right, and the main guidance comes from the Four of Swords. And you see, we have the positive aspect and the most negative, or like the protective aspect that I call, right? So it is very interesting because you get to see both, right? I always read both parts of cards. What is the guidance, what is the protective, but this shows you a depiction that's very interesting, right? Anyway, let's get going. So we have the Four of Swords. Swords, it is the air element, a lot of communication, thoughts, right? And four is usually a number of stability, but the Four of Swords asks of us rest, right? And the importance, more, I would not say rest, but in this case, this weekend is asking of you not to engage in heavy conversations, right? In conversations that can be triggering, that can be difficult, that can bring more arguments. So this of lay the sword down and rest is mostly about communication. So choosing what you engage in communication style. So if you see an argument, if you see somebody kind of poking you, if you feel those if you feel you are getting triggered with something, it is time to ground, to find your center, to practice pausing, to walk outside, to do something else, but not to engage. So it's not a weekend for arguments, for discussions, for heavy conversations, right? This is not what the tarot advises you for this weekend. Now, let's see on Saturday. So, Saturday, it comes from the moon. You see? Again, you can see both sides of the card. All right. So, what is the advice of the moon? Major arcana, when there is a major arcana, I knock and I say, pay attention. So, impactful message of the moon, right? And the moon is all about clarity, right? And that there are some things that may not be clear. So, what is the moon bringing for Saturday? So, it says right now, just like the moon, the full moon in real life, that it is that amplifier of energy, and that it's shining light, but the light doesn't come from the moon, actually comes from the sun. So it's kind of the same thing. This is an amplifier, right? An amplifier of energy. And on Saturday, you need to know that your energies will be amplified. And that's why this card is making more sense now, that it's saying do not engage in difficult conversations. And mostly this happens on Saturday. Remember, one thing that I always teach during the full moon is that the full moon is not that your intuition gets bigger or that or more heightened, or that the full moon is bad. No, the full moon is an amplifier of energy. The moon is 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 very impactful with our energy. So when the moon's getting bigger, when it's waxing, our energy starts getting bigger. When it's full, it's that huge amplifier, and then it starts waning. So this card is telling you that for Saturday, your energy will be very amplified. So if you're feeling off, if you're feeling irritable, that's going to be more amplified. If you're feeling calm, if you are grounded, that's what's going to be amplified. So it's important that on Saturday, you make sure your energy is vibrating as in the way of what you want. So important not to engage in discussions or arguments or things that trigger you, but also know on Saturday specifically to be careful with your communication and your energy, because you will have that moon shining on you that will be amplifying your energy. So I would recommend right here to do a lot of grounding exercises and to check in with your body, check in with your emotions. And as weird as this sound, if you forget to do this, sometimes setting an alarm right on your phone, or just because now we carry the phones all the time. So set an alarm. You can set an alarm every 3 hours, every 2 hours, or every 4 hours of saying, okay, I'm going to check with my energy. I'm going to check what thoughts I'm having. I'm going to check what I'm feeling, right? So I know if I need to do a grounding exercise, if I need to go on a walk, if I need to pray, if I need to meditate, whatever I need to do to ground my energy. Now, let's look on Sunday. What is the advice? Who answers for Sunday? And it is the 10 of Pentacles. Again, I'm going to flip it around so you get to see the two sides of this card, because this deck is absolutely very interesting in this fact that shows you both sides. All right. So, what's the 10 of Pentacle advising for us for Sunday, right? And it says it is a Sunday, focus on gratitude, right? Focus on not only on gratitude, but on your blessings, right? And if your blessings are your family, right, or your partner, spend time with them. Do something that nurtures those relationships, that shows how grateful you are that they are in your life. If your greatest blessing are your friends, your spirit tribe, those friends that get you. So reach out to them, see them again, make sure you let them know what a blessing they are in your life. Or it could be right now that your biggest blessing that you're going through personally, an upheaval or difficult moments, and your greatest blessing you feel is your work or a project that you put a lot of energy on, right? Or even perhaps your biggest blessing are your animal companions. Whatever it is, spend time with that. Show the universe, show the divine source how grateful and blessed you feel for those people or that thing that is fulfilling. It helps you feel fulfilled in your life. All right, so it's about gratitude and blessings. Quick recap. Main message this weekend. it's not the time for heavy conversations or arguments. So lay down the sword, lay down the tongue, and not engage in certain conversations. On Saturday, mostly you have that full moon shining on you. That means that whatever energy you have will be amplified. Recommended to check your energy every few hours to make sure your thoughts and your overall energy feels grounded, doing any type of practice that helps with that. And on Sunday is about showing source or spirit what you are very grateful for and you feel blessed for. So it means spending time with your family, on the project, with your animal companions, whatever it is. It's about showing how blessed you are or how grateful you are for those people or that thing in your life. All right. I hope you liked your reading. Give a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and share with somebody who you think will benefit from it, right? And again, if you want more information on all my services, check out my website, my Gumroad storefront. You have more information below, or send me a message. I am very happy to answer any questions you have. Let's look now at the yellow fairy. This beautiful little deck too. And let's move it around a little bit. I like to move it around and say, wake up, wake up. All right. All right. And now let's set the intention and let the cards know what it is that we want. We would like advice, guidance, insight into our weekend and breaking it down into Saturday and Sunday and our prayer of protection uh, in love and light for our highest good. And so it is. All right, let's. Okay, we have one card for the main guidance. We have another one for Saturday. And Sunday, we got two cards already. So let's look at the main guidance for our weekend, right? Who answers? It's the King of Wands. All right. So this king here, we have masculine energy that is more practical, more logical energy, more harsher, or not necessarily harsh in bad, but just more assertive, stronger, not so gentle, not so nurturing, right? It's remember, the divine feminine, the divine masculine come together, just like you see yin and yang in Chinese and Taoism. Is they they are both necessary, right? So today we have this King of Wands that answers the call for what is the main guidance for our weekend. And once again, fire element, very powerful. And it says, okay, the advice for your weekend is to really empower yourself to the point of defining where do you go from here, right? So feeling that you are the person in control of your life, in control of what you want to manifest. So it's kind of that knowing about your inner responsibility, or that inner self responsibility of saying, okay, I'm going to take charge of my life, take charge of my weekend, take charge of the things that are important, right? So what's the advice of this king? Work on confidence, right? Empower yourself to the point of remembering that you are responsible for your life, and it's about taking charge and building that confidence and knowing that you are responsible for your own life. Like the saying goes, no one is coming to save you, so you need to take steps towards what you want and create the life you want. All right, let's break it down to Saturday. On Saturday, we have the Three of Pentacles. The three is a number of creation, right, of growth. And Pentacles is the earth element, is anything that manifests in our lives or that we want. And the Three of Pentacles, it's advising you that on Saturday, it is about putting effort into creating things. And it's very interesting because we got the King of Wands that is already letting us know that we need to take charge of our life or charge of our weekend right now, right? And once charge of those things that are important. And on Saturday, it's like saying, all right, get going. So get the process going. What it is that you are working for, put the effort. What it is that you are trying to create, you're trying to grow into your life, that means put the effort, work at it. The Three of Pentacles, do things towards it to bring it about, right? So is once you've decided, bring this dream about or work on your relationship, whatever it is, but get going, start the process, start taking steps forward, doing taking sorry, I get tongue tied sometimes, towards those things that matter to you, right? So is showing the universe that you're putting the effort. That would be the main message. All right, what about Sunday? Who's answering the call? And we have another three, the Three of Cups and the Four of Pentacles. All right, the Three of Cups, interesting what it brings, because the Three of Cups is all about collaboration. Here we have cups, water element in here, and usually the Three of Cups is about relationships in the sense of collaboration, right? So if you are getting empowered, feeling, hey, I need to manage my life, I need to take charge here, I need to work on Saturday on the things, start those little steps, showing the universe what I'm working for. Sunday is about collaboration. It's more about either finding people that will help you or showing the people in your life, hey, I'm here, letting them know what I'm working on, letting them know, hey, I may need help with this, or I want you to celebrate my accomplishments. But it is about reaching out to others Sunday, right? Reaching out to others. And or the Four of Pentacles that it is supporting this card is saying, all right, the reason why you need to reach out to others is because in your life right now, it is important to not try to go at things on your own, right? In the sense of there is a foundation that is only gained by knowing that you have a support team. And how many times we realize that we need that support team, a team of people in our life. It doesn't have to be huge, or it can be very little, but sometimes we only realize that when we're going through a dark period, through one of the valleys, the shadow valleys in our life. But this is saying, okay, take charge of your life. Take charge of your weekend, whatever it is right now that's important, take charge of it. Start working and showing the universe that you're putting effort towards the things that you want. And reach out to others. Build your support team, even if you need them right now or for when the time you need them, because that's the foundation that you want as you move forward to the future. All right, I hope you liked your reading. Give a thumbs up, please. Subscribe and share, as this helps me grow. So thank you, thank you, thank you. But besides this, there may be people who need to hear these messages or who could benefit from them. Then, by subscribing and getting those notifications, you will get notified for our daily shorts that come every day with a daily tarot advice. And also you will get more notified about the different videos that come out during the week. Remember, Sunday we look at the week ahead. Monday we look at work and career. Tuesday, love and romantic relationships. Wednesday, we get the oracle messages, right? And Thursday, we look at energy healing and the chakras. And Friday, we look at the weekend. But as I mentioned at the beginning of this video, it does not matter if it's not the day that the video is posted, or you're looking or you're watching in the future. If you made it here, there may be something that you need for your life, right? And even if it's not the entire message, it's what resonates. So take it. If it's resonating with your soul, there is a reason for that. All right. And if you're interested in a private session with me, I am a board certified coach and holistic practitioner specializing in energy healing. And I'm a professional tarot reader, tarotist with over 30 years experience, right? So I offer private online sessions that can be done either over the phone or video call, right? Or we can even use that time to text. That's the time that you have for your session. So you choose what modality you want, and we can do a quick check-in of 15 minutes. The sweet spot that I call it is 30 minutes, or an extended session of 1 hour. And that's a very in-depth session. Or you can get a pre-recorded reading that can be audio or video sent directly to your inbox, right? So there is different formats, and there is something for every budget. If you want more information, reach out. All right, you have a magical rest of your day. Be gentle with yourself, and brightest blessings your way.